Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. There's been a lot of updates. I'm currently in my barn, as you can see, with how rickety and rackety it looks. You can probably hear my dad fucking around with the lawnmower in the background. But that's not the point. A lot of shit has happened. As I discussed in a previous video, Nighthaunter as a band and Nighthaunter music done for. As of April. As of April 23rd, the Dust of Alicia digital demo, Tormented, has dropped. Therefore, Nighthaunter, in the past, we moved past it, it's dead. We are now Dust of Alicia. Now, you'll notice, demo's not on the channel. A lot of the music is not on the channel. I've been slacking on that, that's on me, I apologize. And so, I will eventually upload all the music that is missing on YouTube onto there. Like everything that's on Spotify, Apple Music, I think we're on Deezer as well, and some other shit like that. They will be ported over. I also looked back at the Internal War album. It turns out I'm missing 2 songs that were released to Spotify but not on the YouTube. At least not for the YouTube channel. Brain fart. But another thing to note, with Nighthaunter no longer being a thing, we may rename the channel to Dust of Alicia and Friends, because it won't just be Dust of Alicia. There will also be Eclipse, a close friend of ours that has helped us throughout our Nighthaunter areas, and we helped him. Synthflash, my industrial electronic solo project, and potentially Indweller if I do go through with that second wave one-man band. And maybe some other friends, like I Massacred the Population, provided that I get permission from the artist. I might put any music released under Nighthaunter music and any other music they'd like on the channel. Now, with that out of the road, I got guitar upgrades. So, for those of you who don't know, this is a Cort X100 in open pore black cherry burst. Now, some of you may notice right away, some of you won't. This is a Seymour Duncan Black Winter pickup. I just spent around $330 or more getting this shit bought and installed. Had to order it in from manufacturer. However, Long and McQuaid did not disappoint. Solid piece. Absolute beauty. It's got a few blemishes I've covered up with stickers to the best of my ability. Add some character. It is currently tuned to E flat. You probably can't hear that. But there's that. So, I also figured I will do a tone demonstration. As such, I will have to show how I do setup. Now, obviously, we have the guitar, right? Crank the knobs. Bridge pickup only. It's the only way to go when you're playing my kind of metal. Now, we have a Fender amp. The Fender amp gets lifted, as you will see. This amp here is lifted about a foot and a half off the ground, right? So about here, past my ankles. I generally run the gain around 4 or 5. We've got it on clean. Because this is a Fender, it has that multi-select voicing, so I chose the red tweed voice. like the lowest, most clean sound you're probably going to get out of this damn thing. The volume I just adjust as we go, and I try to slightly boost the distortion pedal above the unity, so above where the volume put out by the distortion and the amp match, to get a more aggressive tone. Now, the amp doesn't have a mid selector, so I boosted the treble up to 9 to make up for it. Bass runs around 3 or 4. Right now I have it at 4. And if I'm feeling a little creative, I will run some reverb or some reverb and chorus, typically around effects a level of 2 out of 10. I don't know what BPM I tap it into. So, first things first, we plug that in. I'm actually going to set the guitar down because that really should be the last thing I worry about. Now, I have no clue what brand this is, but this is like a 6-foot cable supposed to reduce humming and feedback. It generally works unless I crank the gain like fucking Chernobyl. So, you know, I play a lot of guitar that goes into the input. If anyone knows anything about electronic instruments, that's just basic common sense. Next up, we have a Behringer EQ700 pedal. Now, I'm not going to go through what I set each individual band to, but for those who would like to know, I will write all that in the description down below. That goes after distortion, actually, so that I can shape the sound waves and not get too harsh of a tone. And then we have a, how the fuck do you say that? Sondery, however you say it, distortion pedal. Cheap ass one I bought off Amazon. Works wonders. You got bright and normal mode, volume, gain, and tone, and then the actual toggle switch. I run volume, as I said earlier, boosted just past the unity. It adds more aggression, more bite. I typically run gain around 1 o'clock. Tone is about 2 o'clock. So I don't crank it to the max. You know, despite what people say, metal is not about cranking everything to the max. There's actually some thought process to this. At least for me, anyways. I don't know about some other bands. I've seen some local band just cranks it to the max, and not to be a gatekeeper or an elitist, it does not sound good. You need to actually EQ this shit for it to sound like music. Otherwise, you're basically playing noisecore, grindcore. Which, if that was your intention, good for you. If you're trying to play classic rock, though, that is not what you want to do. Not at all. Now, we have the pedals connected to each other by like a 3-inch patch cable, like a small Ernie Ball one, like they're about that big. 2 right angle things. It's the cheapest one I could find, right? And then we've got this fucking thing. So for some reason, the battery port on the EQ pedal doesn't like to work. So we plug that in, and we plug that into the pedals, and that's what happened. Okay, so I had to cut this video into 2 different segments and then edit them together because my dad just drove by with the lawnmower. But anyway, continuing from where we left off, the pedals are on the floor. They are connected to a power source connected together. Now I have a 20-foot Diageo cable. You may think, well, that's too long. It is not. I am telling you now, it is not. It also has a unique kill switch feature for faster swapping of guitars. This button right here, it kills signal. That's in, that's off. We plug that into the guitar, because it's a right angle adapter, it goes into the guitar and sounds beautiful. Now, I will do a tone test once my dad is done with the lawnmower. But I have to go help mow the lawn and shit. This video has been put up in a series of separate fucking parts already. But I can finally do the tone test I promised once I get my pickup. Or very fucking not even pay time. Don't you love when you do that? You go to look for a very certain thing, and then said thing is like right in the fucking obvious spot you would have put it, but you just don't think to look there. Okay. Look at that. Alright. Now, I turn on the EQ. And I forgot to hit the kill switch. Right, this is clean on the bridge pickup. That's the Black Winter. Both. I like to change what is the pickup. Neck pickup only. Right? And now, it's distortion. That's bridge pickup, both pickups. Now, let's play something that won't get me copyrighted. I'm going to play Where Angels Fall as much as I can remember of it off the top of my head. And that will end the video. And I fucked up. Okay. Take two. that concludes the video. And I'll catch you in the next one. Rock on.